$10 billion? Charlie was stunned. He knew his grandfather's family was wealthy, but as a young child, he had no real concept of money. He only knew the Wade family was one of the top families in Eastcliff and the country. However, he never knew exactly how much they were worth. But now he understood. $10 billion was just pocket change. When considering the entire Wade family fortune, it was likely over $1 trillion. To be honest, Charlie was deeply moved. But thinking of his parents' deaths, he felt his grandfather couldn't shirk the blame. He couldn't forgive him. Stephen saw Charlie's inner conflict and quickly said, "Master, you are the heir to the Wade family. You deserve this money. Strictly speaking, it belongs to your father. Mr. Wade said if you're willing to return, you'll inherit the family's $1 trillion estate. If you don't want to go back, this money is for your living expenses. Oh, and Orus Hill's largest company, the $100 billion Mrand Group, was acquired by the Wade family yesterday. All the shares are now in your name. You can go to Emgrand for the handover tomorrow." Charlie could hardly believe it. The Wade family's investment was huge. A $10 billion premium card and the $100 billion Emgrand Group? Although Orus Hill had its share of hidden talents and quiet power players, the only true powerhouse was Emgrand. Any family, including the Wilsons and Whites who humiliated him today and the Joneses pursuing Clare, were small fry compared to Emgrand. It was the emperor of Orus Hill's business world. And unexpectedly, it was now his? Stephen handed Charlie a business card. "Mr. Wade, you may need some time to process this. I won't bother you further. Here's my number. Please call if you need anything." With that, Stephen turned and left. After Stephen left, Charlie remained in a daze, unsure if he should accept the Wade family's compensation. But thinking it over, considering the humiliation he'd endured for the past decade, especially from the Wilsons, wasn't this payment from the Wades fair recompense? Why shouldn't he take it? Moreover, Aunt Lena urgently needed $2 million for her medical expenses. Mind made up, Charlie gritted his teeth and returned to the hospital's billing office. "Hello, I need to deposit $2 million. He swiped the card and entered the password. The transaction went through, and the $2 million was easily credited to the hospital's account. Charlie felt like he was in a fog. Had he really become a billionaire, just like that? He headed home, still in a muddled state. Clare and her parents no longer lived in the Wilson villa, but in a very ordinary apartment building. They'd been driven out after Clare married him, following Ben Wilson's death. His mother-in-law was yelling, "That good-for-nothing Charlie, he made us lose face today. Clare, if you don't divorce him, your grandma will kick you out of the Wilson Group." Clare replied calmly, "Then I'll find another job." Her mother snapped, "What's so great about that loser? Why can't you divorce him and marry Wendell instead? If you wed Wendell, our family can hold our heads up high." Clare's father chimed in, "She's right. Marry Wendell and will instantly become treasured in your grandma's eyes. She'll be falling over herself to curry favor with you every day." Clare stood firm. "Don't say another word. I won't divorce Charlie." "You stubborn child," her mother fumed. The two had just managed to persuade Charlie inside when they saw him. Both his father-in-law and mother-in-law had sour expressions. His mother-in-law snorted coldly. "A worthless piece of trash, and he has the nerve to show his face." Charlie sighed inwardly. His mother-in-law had always looked down on him, but what would she think if she knew he was now the boss of the Mrand Group with $10 billion in cash? However, Charlie wasn't ready to reveal his identity yet. He'd been away from the Wade family for many years. Who knew what the family was like now? What if someone in the family were against him if he exposed himself? Better to keep a low profile for now. So he lowered his head and said apologetically, "Mom, I'm sorry for causing you trouble today." His mother-in-law scolded. "You're more than trouble. You're killing the three of us. Can't you be a little self-aware and get out of our house?" Clare quickly interjected. "Mom, how can you talk like that? Charlie is your son-in-law." "Bullshit," her mother retorted bitterly. "I don't have such a worthless son-in-law. The farther away you go, the better." Clare pushed Charlie. "Hurry, go to the room." Charlie nodded gratefully and fled to their bedroom. He and Clare had been married for 3 years, but never truly together. Clare slept on the bed while he slept on the floor beside her. That night, Charlie couldn't fall asleep for a long time. The day's events were shocking, and it would take a while to process everything. Before bed, Clare said to him, "How is Aunt Lena? I still have over 100,000 in personal savings. You can take it to her tomorrow." Charlie replied, "No need. Someone already paid for Aunt Lena's treatment and sent her to East Cliff." "Really?" Clare said in surprise. "So she is saved?" "Yes," Charlie said. "She has done good deeds and helped so many people throughout her life. Someone finally repaid her kindness."
"That's good," Clare nodded and said to Charlie, "You can breathe a sigh of relief."
"Yeah." Clare yawned. "I need to get some sleep. The company has a lot going on lately, and I'm exhausted." Charlie asked, "What's happening at the company?" Clare explained, "Business isn't great. Grandma has always wanted to partner with a big corporation like the Mrand Group, but the Wilson family is much weaker in comparison. People look down on us." Charlie suddenly thought of Emgrand and asked, "The Wilsons have no cooperation with Emgrand?" Clare laughed at him. "How could the Emgrand Group ever consider working with us? Even Wendy's fiancé Gerald and his family barely measure up to Emgrand's standards. Grandma is counting on them getting married so the Whites can help the Wilsons connect with Emgrand." Charlie nodded. So that was the Wilsons' plan. They were dying to work with Emgrand. However, Mrs. Wilson was dreaming if she thought it was possible. Little did she know, he now owned the Emgrand Group. With that in mind, Charlie decided to take over Emgrand first, then give Clare a boost through the company. She had been bullied too much by the Wilsons. As her husband, it was his responsibility to help improve her standing in the family. Starting today, her husband was a changed man. He would never let anyone look down on her again. He vowed to make the entire Wilson family bow before her. Early the next morning, after Charlie finished cooking, he rode his little electric scooter to the Emgrand Group headquarters. He parked the scooter next to the company parking lot and had just locked it when a black luxury car slowly pulled into a space opposite him. Charlie glanced up and saw a young man and a woman exiting the car. The man was dressed in a high-end, stylish suit, while the woman was pretty in a slightly gaudy, coquettish way. It turned out to be Wendy and her soon-to-be fiancé, Gerald White, the eldest son of the wealthy White family. Charlie wasn't sure why they were at Emgrand, but to avoid trouble, he quickly tried to slip away unnoticed. Unfortunately, the sharp-eyed Wendy spotted him immediately. "Oh, brother-in-law," she called out in an overly cordial tone. Despite wanting to escape, Charlie had no choice but to stop out of courtesy. As the two approached, he forced a smile. "Wendy, what brings you here?" Wendy giggled. "Gerald and I have a meeting with Doris Young, the Vice Chairman of the Emgrand Group." She gazed at Gerald admiringly. "His family has a lot of business with Emgrand. In the future, it'll benefit not only the Whites, but the Wilsons, too." This was news to Charlie. He'd only just inherited Emgrand and hadn't had time to familiarize himself with its dealings. But he hid his surprise and said smoothly, "You two make a perfect power couple. Beautiful and talented." Gerald looked at Charlie with contempt, feeling the injustice of it all. Just yesterday, Mrs. Wilson had cursed out this good-for-nothing man, and now here he was, grinning like an idiot. How could a stunning woman like Clare have married such a useless loser? If it weren't for him, Gerald would have pursued Clare relentlessly. How could he have ended up engaged to Wendy, who was inferior in every way? The thought irritated him, so he deliberately asked, "What did you come to the Mrand Group for, Charlie?" Charlie replied casually, "I'm looking for a job." "A job?" Gerald sneered. "Why would you apply here, of all places?" Frowning, Charlie said, "What does my job search have to do with you?" Wendy chimed in, eager to join Gerald in mocking him. "Is he wrong, though? Do you even have a diploma to your name? Any accomplishments besides being a good-for-nothing? The Emgrand Group wouldn't hire a waste like you even as a security guard. If you had any self-awareness, you'd go pick up trash on the street. At least you could make 2 or 3 grand a month." She tossed her empty drink bottle at Charlie's feet. "Hey, don't say I never look out for you. Pick that up and sell it for cash." Gerald smirked. "Even if you are garbage, you're still family. So I'll help you out. I happen to be friends with Emgrand's Vice Chairman. Why don't I put in a good word and have her set you up with a job, cleaning toilets?" Charlie smiled coldly. "The kind of job I'm after is none of your concern. Worry about yourself. Emgrand is a major corporation. I doubt they'd work with low-quality trash like you." Gerald's face reddened with fury. "Who are you calling trash?" "You, obviously," Charlie said with disdain. Done with the conversation, he walked into the Emgrand Tower. "Hey, stop right there!" Gerald shouted, chasing after him. He caught up at the elevators, itching to teach the arrogant jerk a lesson with a few slaps to the face. But seeing that they were already inside the company headquarters, Gerald worried that causing a scene would anger his business partners. He had to shelve his plan to put Charlie in his place, at least for now. Gerald gritted his teeth. "I'll let it slide today, but you won't be so lucky." Charlie snorted coldly as he stepped into the elevator. "You think you're some big shot, Gerald? Believe me, you'll soon learn the price of arrogance." "Pfft. Screw you," Gerald spat, moving to follow him. Wendy pulled him back, her voice dripping with contempt. "Don't take the same elevator as that trash, honey. You might catch his stench." Nodding, Gerald realized he couldn't do anything here. He said icily, "I'm letting you off the hook for now. Watch yourself next time." Charlie took the elevator straight to the top-floor chairman's office. Stephen had already made the arrangements, appointing a woman named Doris Young as Charlie's main point of contact. Doris was a well-known figure in Orus Hill, the city's most famous career woman. Beautiful and exceptionally capable, she had risen to become Emgrand's vice chairman at a young age, playing a key role in the company's success. With Emgrand now acquired by the Wade family and the former chairman stepping down, Doris had stayed on to assist the new boss. She was shocked when she saw how young and handsome Charlie was. Quickly composing herself, Doris said respectfully, "Mr. Wade, please come to my office."
To know more, listen to the audio series Heir in Hiding, only on the Pocket FM app.